Hello everybody, Terry Carl Joyedian here with Chapter 10 of Divine Guidance by Doreen Virtue, which is experiencing clairvoyance for yourself. And most of this chapter is exercises. So there are some exercises in here that you need the book for, but what's really nice about what Doreen does is she offers suggestions of how to continue the work. So I'm just going to mention what's in the book, but you'll probably be more interested in the other activities, the extensions. So this is about clairvoyance. So she calls them Clairvoyance Exercises 1, 2, I think. Maybe it's just the 2. Anyway, so for the first one, she talks about taking deep, slow breaths because that's the connection. And then there are some things in the back of her book that she wants you to try to see. Not try hard, but let in. And you can ask the angels. You can hold the book and ask the angels for help. Like one is, what single digit number is printed in large type near the end of this book? Same thing with in exercise 2, there's a letter from the alphabet, there's a large shape, there's a word. These are all in the appendix in the back of the book. And you see, she really encourages you to see what comes up and see the similarities. Like maybe you got the right number, or maybe you got the wrong number, but it was even, or it was really close, or it was missing a digit or something. See how close you are. She talks about how sometimes your clairvoyance comes in symbolism. So with any of these practices that you do, even if you don't see the exact picture, you may see something that leads you to the meaning behind it, which is just as valuable. Here are some things that you can do if you don't have the book, or if you want to continue from the book. You can turn on the television to a program with which you are unfamiliar and have your eyes closed. Listen to the characters and say you'd like to see in your mind's eye what the person looks like. So that could be a way to practice. Something that I practiced a bit in the School of Metaphysics was using a deck of cards, seeing what card is going to come next. And then that's something you can obviously practice over and over again. Somebody else outside the school also suggested the same exercise. So there's something to that. A great visualization, which is connected to clairvoyance exercise. You can do it with a magazine. Ask to see a mental picture of the advertisement on the inside back cover. Let's see if there's anything else. Those are some suggestions, but if you practice any types of visualization activities, particularly, I'm sure you can be very creative and come up with something similar that will have the same benefit of strengthening that clairvoyant skill. And if you have any that I haven't mentioned, please do mention those in the comments so that we can all try those out as well. Let's see. She talks a little bit about asking a question and focuses again on just being as truthful as possible. God, source, angels, whoever you believe in, whatever you believe in, they know the truth. It's you who make the truth cloudy, so there's no point in creating some extra ambiguity there. Be as truthful, be as straight as possible. There's no anger, there's no hatred, there's no judgment on the other side. So keep that in mind. When you're thinking of a question, keep it as simple as possible. Think of what guidance you would like. And notice your physiological response, she says. If you're feeling some kinds of uncomfortable reactions to the question, maybe you need to reformat the question. Let's see. And last, she talks about seeing angels, which was pretty exciting for me because I've heard people talk about auras. I know someone who can actually see auras, and I've noticed, particularly against light walls, like white walls, in particular, that I've seen something kind of like a fuzziness, kind of like well, you know how something leaves like a shadow on the wall, almost like a shadow around a person, but not dark, like a fuzzy white. You know, it looks like a trick of the eyes. And I never could see color. I'm like, okay, I see something, but I never see color. And it sounds more like what Doreen is talking about here. She says, if you have someone stand next to a solid colored wall, as long as it's not interrupted by patterns or pictures, you can soften the focus of your physical eyes and concentrate on the vision of your mind's eye, and then focus about 2 inches above the person's head. And move your focus around the head and above the shoulders, and that's where I see it, just like here. That's where I see it. Look for an instance of a white glow, and don't allow your ego or your lower self to tell you it's your imagination. Just look and notice that whitish aura surrounding your friend's head, neck, and shoulders. And she says that's the guardian angel's glow. I've never heard that before. And she says the more angels next to a person, the stronger and brighter the glow will be. And you can ask a friend, if you're practicing this exercise, to call more angels to them, and then see what you notice. Maybe the white light grows in size or intensity. You might notice angel lights sparkling white, blue, or green as more angels throng to your friend's side. She says if you shift your focus even further, you might actually see the details of the angels' etheric bodies, clothes, and faces. It's similar to going into a dark, crowded room. At first, you sense others' presence. Next, you see a dim outline. After adjusting your eyes, you see the other people in an increasingly sharp detail. Pretty neat. Pretty neat. And angels don't need to look like we see them in traditional religion and Christmas cards and things like that. They take on that image for us. So whatever you see is whatever you want to see. So yeah, don't strain. She says don't strain. They can be a variety of shapes and sizes. Some could be cherubs, some could be archangels. You might see male, female, androgynous. Might have some small wings, and might have huge eagle-like wingspans. So that's going to be it for clairvoyance for this book. And we'll see you again next time for the beginnings of clairaudience. If you are hearing things. I think I've mentioned that I've heard something once. So maybe I'll share that again. All right, have a wonderful rest of your day. Much love and many blessings to you all. Bye now.